Hello everybody and welcome to today's class. We are going to start with a nice little combo for the legs, in particular the supporting glute activation, balance and a whole lot of core control. Sounds fantastic in my opinion and I hope you agree. So I'd like you to bring your arms to this sort of kind of Eva Peron, don't cry for me Argentina position. So really relaxing the shoulders but feeling nice and strong, feeling a little bit of a pinch between the shoulder blades. So we're going to take a leg behind us, coming down into a sort of curtsy position. So dropping the knee down to the floor. And then from here, the same knee is going to come up to the side to this elbow. Hopefully I don't fall over while I demonstrate. Coming up. Cool. And again, going down, dropping the knee. And then elbow and knee together. So a little bit of coordination, definitely. Draw the belly button in as you come up. Cool. Breathing in to lower. Breathing out to come up, breathing in to lower and breathing out to come up. And hopefully you can see I've got a little bit of a bend in my supporting leg the whole time, and that's just keeping that supporting glute on. Dropping down, I can really feel that glute already starting to activate, which is fantastic. There's a lovely crunch into my obliques. Okay, let's go for 4 like this. Nice. Last 3, you don't have to bring the knee all the way up to the elbow. That's just the general direction. You just want that little bit of a incline to the side though to feel that nice oblique engagement. Okay, last time we're going to come up. We're going to hold here and we're just going to go for some little crunches. Keep your supporting leg bent the whole time. Coming in and releasing. Try to relax the toes of the foot on the floor and the foot in the air. Let's go for 5 and 4. 3, 2, last time, good. From here, open the arms. I want you to send this leg out to the side and we're just going to do some little pulses out. 5, 4, bending, 3, 2, 1, same leg crosses behind like the start position. Keep the arms out here, shoulders down and pulsing down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, breathing, 3, 2, and 1, and coming up straight away. Oh my goodness, let us stretch that out. So coming across, bending through the supporting leg, and let's just stretch out through there. Good, good, good. Nice work. Just stretching that out. Perfect. So, might have felt a little bit of calf as well. You're more than welcome to just do some circles through the ankles, stretch out through the calves. Yeah, supporting leg. Whew. Good, good, good. So as you know, when you do the other side, balance is something which may be a little bit different, completely normal to feel harder or easier on the other side. So let's find out now. Right, so parallel to start with, bringing the arms back to Evita, and from here, crossing down. So I'm just going to pull this out a little bit because I don't want to pull the mic out as I come down. Coming down, a bit kind of wide up, and then same leg is going to come up. And again, coming down, breathing in, and breathing out as you come up. Coming down as close to the floor, maybe on the floor with the knee, as long as you can get back up again. Breathing in and breathing out. Really just relax through the chest as much as you can. You've got that lovely cross going on, that lovely curtsy. Down and up. Good. Breathing in and breathing out for that big crunch. And we should feel the hip involvement going on as well as we come up. So maybe a little bit of stretch through the hip, and that may be a little bit harder on one side more than the other. We're going to go for 4 more. Relax those shoulders, breathe. Let's go for 3. Engage the core, belly button to spine. Last 2. Cool, cool, cool. Like last time, remember you're going to stay up and you're going to try and keep that bend in the supporting leg. Up and down, good. Crunching into those obliques. You can really feel that supporting glute. Woo! Burning. And again, Just showing you that I find it hard to talk and balance at the same time. Let's go for 3. Good. 2. Okay, last time, arms out to the side. Here we go. Kicking out, and we're going for our little pulses for 5, 4. Good. Really push. Use your glutes. 3, 2, 1. Crossing down. Here our pulses down to the floor. 10, 9, 8. Relax the shoulders. Relax the chest. Good. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And coming up straight away. Let us just stretch out there. Good. So one side that might feel a little bit more fierce than the other. Nice. Really like, as you know, I really like starting off with balance and activating through glutes and doing squats and all that kind of stuff and lunges. But it's really great when you really feel the core engaging as well. So standing core stuff, I find people are like, oh, I don't really want to do it because you don't really feel the same burn you get when you're like lying on your back going for a crunch with your legs extended and stuff. But this stuff is actually, this is the functional stuff. This is how we want to train our abs to be working all the time when we lean over and bend down and everything. And it's actually what's going to help give you those abs that everyone wants. So do the standing stuff. It's good. Okay. Let's come to the back of our mat and just go through some nice roll downs, relax the head and everything. So breathing in, on the breath out, chin comes to chest, rolling those shoulders forward, slowly coming down to the floor, one vertebra at a time, really letting that head just hang nice and heavy. Good. Opening through those shoulder blades, breathing in, and on the breath out, pushing into the heels, squeezing the glutes, slowly coming back up. Rolling those shoulders back and down. Good, good, good. Okay, let's go again. Chin to chest, rolling the shoulders forward, coming all the way down. We're actually going to do a little bit of a kind of hip opener as well this morning before we go into our little plank set, tucking that tailbone under as you come up. Okay, here we go. Last time, all the way down. Nice and slow and steady. Really let that head just relax, heavy like a bowling ball. Then from here, we're going to walk the hands out, and I want you just to bring your right foot in between the hands. Cool. Holding here. I'm going to push your hips forward, squeeze the shoulder blades. Fantastic. Have a little bit of a shimmy and shake around here. Good. And then you're going to bring it back, and we're going to bring the other foot forward. Doesn't matter if you need to do some kind of shuffling to get there, that's no problem. No problem at all. Good. Try and relax your shoulders as much as you can. Really pushing those hips forward. Okay, and then taking the foot back and finding your plank position, holding here nice and long with the head. Full plank. Soften the elbows a little bit if you can. Engage through those arms. Nice stuff. Good, good, good. Just holding here, just breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Really draw that belly button to the spine. Make sure you're not letting your head hang down. Think about pushing up between the shoulder blades as if my hand was resting on your back. We're holding for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then just dropping the knees. Having a moment with the wrists if you need to. This time we're going to be going out and in with the feet. We're going to be trying to keep the hips just nice and still and stable as much as possible, so there's not too much wiggling around. So here we go. Coming up, you can go to the forearms, no problem with this. Just make sure your elbows are underneath your shoulders, extending long. So we're going to go out and out and in and in, and then try and lead with the opposite foot. Out and out, because there's always a dominant side. So out and out and in. I want you just to keep breathing just calmly. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Out and out and in and in. Good. Keep those hips nice and low. Don't stick the bum up to the ceiling. You know what I mean when I say that. Good. Okay, we're going to go for another 3 sets. Hopefully feeling your obliques engage as well. Last 2. Last time. Holding in your plank, and if you can, I want you to do little bends and straightens with the arms. If you're down your forearms, just hold. Really press your forearms into the floor, engage through those triceps while you hold yourself there. We're going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then dropping the knees down. A bit of a child's pose, reaching out, head relaxes. Always an option just to hold yourself into that plank position if you don't want to go for any of the little flourishes or creative variations that I come up with, no problem. And obviously it can be a plank of choice, up on the knees or down the forearms or up on the hands, totally up to you. Fantastic. Okay, so there we obviously engage through the abs, les abdos, as I have to say in French, and through the backs of the arms. Let's do a little bit of a chest workout. So I'm just going to do some push-ups. I'm actually going to do them down on my knees. You're welcome if you're feeling strong and good, and you know you can keep a lovely long line to the spine. You're welcome to do them up on your toes. I personally am going to do them on my knees just because I want to go really slow and just really feel the work up here, as opposed to it gets into my back often if I do it for a long time slowly up on my toes. But totally up to you. So I'm going to set up for this with my hands wider than my mat. It depends obviously how wide your mat is, but for me I want this really nice strong foundation, and I'm going to turn my hands inwards, so they're on a diagonal like so. So my middle fingers are heading in towards the midline on a diagonal. Right, shuffling my knees back, bringing my hips forward into this kneeling plank position. Trying to relax the shoulders, but drawing the shoulder blades together, drawing the abs in. I'm going to breathe in as I lower down to the floor, and I'm going to breathe out as I push into my hands and come up. And again, breathing in to lower, and breathing out. As you can see, going quite slowly, going at a pace where I can feel all my muscles in my arms kind of go woo, which is just what I want. And I'm really trying to press evenly through each hand, so I'm not sort of collapsing or using one side a little bit more than the other. Breathing in, breathing out. So we're breathing out as we come up, because that is the hardest part. It's when you need to engage the abs the most. We're working against gravity. Breathing in, breathing out. Does not matter if you can't come all the way down to the floor, no problem. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's go for 4 like so. Head is long. Last 3. Last 2. Okay, last time. Don't know if you can hear me clicking. Last time, pushing up, and then I want you just from here just to come down a little bit, and we'll do little pulses here for 8, 7, 6, 5, head is long, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then from here, I'm just going to take my hands up towards the ceiling, and I'm just going to go for a little bit of extension through the spine, which actually should feel quite nice. And then I'm just going to open my arms out to the side, circling them around. And that also should hopefully feel quite good. Okay, fantastic. We're going to go into a little bit of a 4-point set, which will be our last thing that we do up on the hands, because this has been a little bit wristy so far. So make sure your knees are under your hips and your hands are stacked underneath your shoulders for me. Cool. From here, I'd like you to tuck your toes, and I would like you to lift your knees up, keeping your back flat, keeping your head nice and long. Cool. From here, we're just going to turn the knees to the side and then come back to center from the other side, breathing out and breathing in. Breathing out, you should feel those obliques, breathing in, breathing out, and breathing in. Good. Elbows nice and soft again, shoulder blades are engaged. Imagining my hands on your back and you're just pushing up a little bit. Good, good, good. Okay, let's go for another 4. Nice. and 3. Last 2. Okay, last time. Holding here for me, and I want you to extend one leg out. Always option just to hold in the 4-point position with the hover. Pulsing up, 10, 9, 8, squeeze the glutes, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drawing the knee in, and then the other side, extending out and pulsing out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing it in, and then letting the knees drop down. Let's have a stretch up through the wrists. Pulling the fingers back like so. Stretching out there. Good. Same hand, just other way around, pulling on the fingers. Lovely big stretch down there. And let's do the other side. Good, good, good. Okay. From here, we're going to do that wonderful inner thigh exercise that some of you will have done with me before, and I have done in previous videos. The one that's so good for you when you just straighten one leg out and you hug this other leg in. So it's really good, obviously, for engaging the core, and you want to really think about sitting up nice and tall. It's something that I have to constantly work on myself. If you want to do this up against a wall, that's for a little bit of feedback, then that's also a really great idea. Otherwise, just try and be quite self-aware of what is going on with all the parts of the body. So hugging this in. This leg, I'm just going to turn it ever so slightly out to the side to try and expose the inner thigh muscle just a little bit more. I'm going to keep my head long and my shoulders relaxed. Breathing in, on the breath out, drawing the abs in, lifting the leg up, it's super heavy, and then breathing into lower down. And again, breathing out to lift, and breathing into lower. And again, this is actually the leg I find a little bit easier, so I'm finding it quite hard today, so it's already boding well for the other side. Good, good, good. So if you're not sure if you're engaging through here, put your hand on the leg. You should feel that inner thigh just light up. Nice. Breathing out, lengthen. Good, good, good. You can feel that contraction and coming down. And actually, if I hold it for a few seconds up in the air, I can feel the muscle shaking a little bit, which to me is a good sign. It means it's working. Something's happening here. Let's go for 4. Lifting up and coming down. Good. And 3. Nice. Last 2. Last time coming up, holding here, and I'm just going to hold. Keep the foot nice and flexed, sitting up nice and tall, holding for 5, 4, and doing nothing is hard. 3, good, 2, and last time lowering it down. Very common to get quad cramp when you do that exercise, which is why I really recommend turning the leg out to try and expose more of that inner thigh muscle. Right, before we do the other side, we're going to just do a little bit of pulsing with the same leg. Yes. So growing tall, lifting up. I want you just to pulse up for 10. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, letting it just fall to the floor. Cool, cool. Give a bit of a rub and let's swap over and see how the other side goes. So your range of motion is very much related to how flexible you are in your hip as well. So that is something just to be aware of. Drawing it in, sitting up nice and tall, a little bit of exposure for the inner thigh. Breathing in, on the breath out, lifting up and coming down. And again, breathing out to lift. If you need to put your fingers here to feel what's going on, go for it. And then down. Breathing out to lift and breathing into lower. Breathing out to lift, good, and breathing into lower. Nice. Just be aware that you're not slouching. I know that I'm not perfectly straight with my spine. I find this side hard, but what you want to just really make sure isn't happening is as you lift, you lean back, because it just means that your core isn't engaging as well as we'd like. So you're drawing up those genes. Okay, let's go for 3. The leg is becoming a little bit heavy now. Good, last 2. Okay, last time, bring it up, holding it here and just breathing. Relax the shoulders, grow tall. Please breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, I'm just laughing at my own self. You have to in life sometimes. Okay, so going with the pulses to finish, those 10 quick pulses. So here we go, drawing this in, abs in, lifting up and pulsing up. 10, 9, 8, 7, breathing, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cool. Okay, let's bring the soles of the feet together, holding onto the feet, coming forward. I'm just going to go for that shoulder openness / drop towards the midline. Opening around those shoulder blades. Breathing in and breathing out. Nice. One more on each side. And then just rolling through the shoulders. Okay, fantastic. From here, I'm just going to shimmy forward a little bit more. I'm going to come into this position with my feet just parallel. And we're going to go for some sort of ballet style arms, but you don't have to make them ballet style, but you know what I mean, just kind of like this sort of deal. To challenge the core in the half curl down position, my favorite. So arms are coming out just like so. Just want to have a little bit of a bend in the elbows, shoulders relaxed, and just sort of light fingers. So there's no sort of tension anywhere, no sort of weird trees or anything going on. Okay, so sitting up tall to start, breathing in, and on the breath out, tucking the tailbone under and just slowly coming down to that position where you feel the abs really start to engage, kick in. Breathing in on the breath out, coming all the way back up. So just warming the spine up into our half curl down position. Let's go, coming down, engaging, and then coming up. And then last time coming down and holding here. Okay, from here, breathing in, on the breath out, arms out to the side, feeling tous les abdos, all the abs come to play, coming back in, then up, coming up, again feeling all the abs, and then coming down. So draw that belly button in each time you go for the motion, breathing in, relax a bit, and then again, breathing out, feeling the abs and releasing. Good, out to the side, and then in, and then up above and coming in. Good. You can come up a little bit higher if you want to. You can come down a little bit low. Just look after your lower back in particular. If you do have a ball at home and you want to put the ball there to rest against, that's more than fine. In fact, sometime we'll do something with a ball just to show you all the amazing things you can do. Having the ball there can make it easier or harder, but if you put it up here a little bit more and you really rest on it, then it's sort of almost like watching television. Okay, coming out and coming in. Coming out. We'll do one more in each direction. Breathing out. Good. And then breathing in. Okay, holding here, little pulses just up and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then coming all the way up and just shimmying a little bit. Okay, this time carry on with the sort of ballet idea. We're going to go into some obliques. So coming down, I want you to bring the arms up into this position here. So we're going to just twist to the side. So I'm actually going to twist over to my left, even though I've got my right hand in front of me. So I'm coming across the body like so, and then coming back to center. And again, breathing out to twist, breathe into center. And again, breathing out to twist, breathing to center, really feeling this oblique go, and also the other one. We're going internal and external obliques working at the same time, which is just great. Let's go, breathing out to twist, breathing into center. Let's go for 4. Nice. Last 3. Good. Last 2. Last one, we're going to come over, we're going to holding here. I'm just going to lift this leg up and do little pulses. Option just to hold here for 8, 7, 6, still breathing, 5, relaxing the shoulders, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then bringing it in and coming up. Feel a little bit like one of those ballerinas in a music box. Okay, other side. So same deal. Arms will come to this position, so tucking under, arms up, and let's twist. Breathing out to twist, and breathing into center. Breathing out to twist, breathing into center. Good. Breathe out to twist, breathe into center. Really relax those shoulders if you can. One side does often feel a little bit harder than the other, or maybe not so coordinated. Cool. We're just going to go for another 4. Last 3. Twist, twist, twist. Good. Last 2. Okay, here we go. Last time. Coming over, extending the leg and pulsing up for 8, 7. Relax the shoulders. 6. Relax the chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to center and coming up. Good. Lengthening the legs out nice and long. Imagine someone's holding onto our fingers. Let the head relax, and we're just going to come forward like so. As if someone's just pulling you forward, trying to open up through here. Resetting, rolling the shoulders back, and again, let's come forward. Forward, forward, forward. Feel a bit of a stretch down the back of my legs as well, which is fantastic. And coming up. One more time. Coming forward. And then coming up, I was going to go for a little bit of a twist, a little bit of thoracic twist, which is the middle joint, middle part of our spine, responsible for the rotation. So just crossing a leg over, I want you to bring opposite elbow to the outside of the knee, and we're just going to twist here. And we're just trying to look behind our opposite shoulder at the world. My world includes the Sacré-Cœur, just casually. Good. Nice, opening those shoulder blades and then coming back to center, and we'll do the same thing on the other side, crossing over and twisting. Nice. And then coming back to center, and then we're just going to take a lovely lie down on the floor. So tucking under here, slowly melting down through the spine. Nice and slow and steady, really drawing those abs in. Good. Taking the arms up, and then from here I'm just going to bring them down into goalpost position. Just a little bit of a opener through the chest. Doesn't matter if you've got a little bit of a gap. See here, you can see a little bit of gap under here. I can try and squash it a little bit, but at the end of the day I really want to stay nice and open through the front of the arms, through the front of the chest. Good. Okay, from here we're going to roll over to the side, because we're going to do some side lying glutes. So I'm going to come with my bottom arm out long, ear glued to the shoulder. I'm just going to move my legs back so that my heels are perfectly in line with my butt, forming a triangle sort of position. And from here I just want to use my obliques. I want to lift up through this bottom waist. Imagine I could fit like a little pea or blueberry or something under here. And think about this hip being nice and long. So as opposed to this happening, you can see the distance between my bottom rib and my hip is shortened. I want to think about it being pushing down that way, and that will keep that lift there. This is something that I really didn't understand when I first started doing Pilates. I was always very collapsed through the waist, but this is better. Okay, squeeze the heels together, breathing in. On the breath out, lifting up through here. And then breathing in as you lower back down. And again, breathe out, squeeze, lift, 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 lift. Up, 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 and then down. So you can put your hand on your butt like this if you wish, just to feel what is going on. If you can feel a bit of a contraction in there, feeling that glute start to kick in. I will start to do some more with the band, I think, here, which really will help some of you who struggle to engage one or both glutes, because the band is kind of, also depending on how thick your band is, it really does force those glutes to turn on, which is great. Good. Breathing out and breathing in. Never worry about range, and you also want to make sure you're not coming up so high that you end up tilting backwards with the hips. Use your obliques here to lift. breathing out and breathing in. Good. Breathing out to lift and breathing in to lower. Let's go for 3. Nice. Last 2. I can really feel my glute on now, which is great. Last time I'm going to lift, I'm going to hold here. Now keeping this knee up, I'm just going to press out on this angle. And I'm going to bring the leg forward a little bit more to 45 degrees, but making sure that I'm still engaged through my abs, not collapsing through the hips. And I'm just going to breathe out to lift the leg a little bit, and then breathe in to lower. And again, breathe out to lift. Breathing in to lower. Good. Breathing out to lift. Breathing in to lower. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze here. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out to lift. And breathe in. And you're taking that leg through that imaginary crunchy peanut butter. Feel a little bit into my hip as well as I lift up and down. Let's go for 4. Nice. Last 3. Last 2. Okay, last time coming up, holding here. Little kicks, really tiny ones, just pressing out, like I'm pressing against, I don't know, like the side of a pool to push away. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Holding here, toes go down, toes go up, toes go down, toes go up. If you're not feeling this, I hope you are. If you're not, just bring your leg forward a little bit more on the angle, and that should wrap around here a little bit more. Good. Let's go for 6 and 5. Last 4. Breathing. 3, 2. Last time. Holding here, holding here, holding here. Lift it up a little bit higher. Bring it forward a little bit higher. Make sure these bottom toes are relaxed. And then we can bring it in. Whee! And let's just roll onto the back and have a bit of a stretch here. So I'm just going to bring that knee across the other leg, pushing out on the knee to get a little bit of external rotation through the hip, which is always a good idea. You can make the stretch as kind of tight as you like. Good. Pulling this in as well will help intensify that stretch. Really good for stretching your piriformis, which is what I need to do. So, yeah, the external rotation is very, very helpful. And then here we go. We should feel this in a slightly different position, place in your glute as you take the knee across. This might be a little bit more intense, or maybe the other one was more intense for you. The thing with bringing the leg further forward on the angle, 45-ish, is it really does wrap around into the side of the glute and then back and then into your piriformis muscle, which is really tiny in comparison to like your glute max, for example. But oh my gosh, that guy is just like, whew. He is there and makes himself known. Small man syndrome. That's why I decided he's a guy, Mr. Piriformis. Okay, enough about that. Let's ease out of the legs and let's do the other side. So I'm just going to turn around. Same thing, just coming down to the floor, reaching the arm out. Okay, heels together. A little bit of a lift through here. Got my arm here so I can just tell what's going on, and I'm just extending down through my hip towards this direction so I can lift through there. Breathing in on the breath out, push the heels together, lifting up with the knee, and then lowering down. And again, breathing out to lift. You can feel a little bit of contraction going on underneath this hand as the obliques are working. Breathe out to lift, breathing in to lower, and again, breathing out to lift, breathing in to lower. Nice. Up and down. Nice. Breathing out, squeeze, 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 and releasing. Good. Lifting up and down. Perfect. Okay, let's just go for a few more like this. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Let's go for another 4, I think. 4 seems to be the magic number today. Last 3. I think teaching bar, I normally do 4s or 8s, but 8s often seem a bit too much, right? Okay, last time, coming up, holding up that knee, extending on the angle, flexing the foot, bring the leg down a little bit, and then breathing out to squeeze lift. So really use the glute to lift. Breathing in, recruit the glute. Breathe out to lift. Good. Breathing into lower, breathing out to lift. Breathing into lower, breathing out to lift. Good. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Down and up. Excellent. Drawing those abs in. Keep everything nice and active here if you can. Great. Let's go for 5 of these. You can still feel a little bit of my supporting glute working to help me stabilize, but it's just very, very activated from doing the other side. Last 2. Okay, last time, holding here for me. Good. Holding here. Nice. From here, I want you to turn the toes to the floor, turn the toes up, turn the toes to the floor, and turn the toes up. Remember, you can bring the leg forward a little bit more if you need to. If you want to, try and get the internal and the external rotation. You're gonna have to really use the glute to pull the toes back up. Good. Let's go for 6. Down and up. Last 5. Nice. And 4. Good. 3 and 2. Okay, last time, coming up. Holding here, bring it forward a little bit more if you can, maybe bring it up a little bit more. Just chilling out here, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing it in and just rolling onto the back. And crossing it over, pulling the legs in, pushing out on the knee, all those things. And breathing. Breathing here. Bring this in a little bit tighter. Okay. If you have a stretching buddy, what they can do is they can sit there and they can press that foot in towards you, and that nicely intensifies this as well. If you do also have one of those little balls, quite hard balls like a lacrosse ball or a tennis ball as well, that works. If you do have a really tight butt, while you do the stretch, you can also slide a ball or both balls underneath your butt cheeks. It's a great way to release the glutes. And crossing the legs over, pulling the legs in. Good. Breathing. Fantastic. Okay, and just releasing off of that. So from here, we're just going to find our neutral spine. So just relax on the floor for me. And I want you to take your hands behind your head, and I want you to bring your legs, I don't know why my feet are so wide, into a parallel position, and we're going to bring one leg up into tabletop and then the other leg up. Then we're going to just carefully, keeping our neutral spine as much as possible, maybe pushing the lower back down a little bit to the floor, just to try and do a little bit of spine imprint. We're going to lift the head and shoulders up. So we're drawing in through here. From here, we're actually going to do our toe taps in this chest lift position. So I'm going to breathe in as I go down, breathe out as I come back up. Other side, breathing into lower, breathing out to lift. If you need to lower your head, that's no problem. Make sure your elbows are wide. Elbows are wide. Good. And don't worry about going all the way down to the floor. It is definitely not compulsory. Breathing in and breathing out. Drawing in, drawing in, drawing in. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's go for another 6. Last 5. Good. 4. Nice. 3. Last 2. Okay, last time, bringing the knees up, holding here, and I want you just to lower down a few inches and then lifting up. So really slow. So it's not even really like a pulse. I mean, it's kind of like a pulse range of motion, but it's not a pulse in terms of the speed. Really slow. Make sure those knees are still over those hips. Let's go for 4. Option to have the feet on the floor if this is getting a little bit too intense. 3, good. Last 2. Okay, last time. From here, I'm going to let my head go. I'm going to lower down. I'm going to extend my arms and my legs out. And then from here, I'm going to circle around, come up, grab hold of my knees. And again, coming down, everything comes down. If you're feeling your back, take your legs up higher into the air. Circling and coming up. Let's go for just 4 more like this. Coming down. I can actually feel a little bit of my back today. I've been doing quite a lot of teaching as well, so I just need to remember to look after myself. Legs are going to be high for me today, but you can take them as low as you like. Last 2. Option just to keep the head down as well the whole time, like so. And then last time, everything out, coming in, and then just letting those knees come in, and I'm just going to stretch my lower back by going into happy baby. So push the lower back into the floor, opening up through here. It feels good into the inner thighs as well. And you can just gently rock side to side. Nice. It always feels so good. Nice. Okay. From here, bringing the legs back in, I'm going to use a little bit of momentum to just rock myself up like so. And I'm just going to finish off with a little bit of tricep work. So we're going to take the hands behind your butt with your fingers facing your butt, opening through the chest. And I want you just to hover your hips up just a tiny bit. And from here, just have a little bit of a bend into the elbows. So I want you to squeeze the elbows together, opening the chest up. So instead of going down and up with the elbows like we normally do with tricep dips, we're actually going to make this more into a leg focused thing. But because we're going to keep this bend in the elbows, the triceps are going to be working. So squeeze the shoulder blades together, pencil in between the shoulder blades. I want you to extend one leg out and then bring it in, then the other side, breathing out. And you may find on one side your weight shifts slightly more to the side, which is very normal. Let's go. Breathing out, breathing in. Breathing out and breathing in. Good. Nice. Let's go for 3, 2. Last one. Hold here. Can you come down a little bit low with the elbows? I'm just going to bring the leg up and down like so. For 6. Breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing that leg in. Same thing on the other side. Try and stay even. Keep the bend in the elbows, squeezing together. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing that back in. I want you to see if you can extend through both legs, pushing up towards the ceiling, opening the chest like so. Really push into those hands. And then very carefully just let everything come down. And again, we'll just shake out through the wrists, and let's just bring one arm up, pushing down on the elbow like so. And then the other side, pushing down. And then I'm just going to press out, opening through my shoulder blades. Good. And releasing there. Right. Excellent. From here, I'm going to find my Asian squat. So, and I come. Somehow we just magically always end up here, isn't it great? So you may be up on your toes, it doesn't matter. Just make sure those knees are out over the feet. Get a little bit of inner thigh stretch, and actually the more I push into here, I really feel my hips opening and my lower back opening out as well. Staying really low through the bum. Just hanging out, breathing in, breathing out. Good, good, good. Nice. And then from here, I'm just going to carefully push into my heels a bit more, squeeze my glutes. I can feel those inner thighs really engage. Bring my hands to the floor. Now, if you need to, keep the bend in the knees. Otherwise, you can straighten your legs a bit more. Let the head just relax. Really grow tall through your arms. Good. I want you just to go for a bit of a yes. So you're going to breathe out. You're going to bring your chin to your chest. And then release. And again, breathing out.
and release. So hopefully there should be no neural tension going down the back. And release, and let's do one more. Breathing out. Breathing in, and from here, squeezing the glutes, pressing into the feet, drawing the abs in. Let's come all the way up. Good, good, good. Coming up nice and slow against our imaginary brick wall. Rolling those shoulders back and down. And there we have it. Another session all done. I wonder if I'm going to fall over now. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to having you in my class for another session very soon.